Okay, we about ready to get started?
Hold on, I'll get it.
You know, we really need an on-the-air sign out front. Who do you suppose that is?
I don't know. I don't think they could have timed it worse, though.
Guys, it's a Krispy Kreme delivery truck. Apparently someone ordered us 1,000 boxes of donuts.
Well, that sounds very penny arcade-ish.
That wasn't from one of you guys, was it?
Can I get 10 million credits instead?
Good morning, Sony. I'm Durgan Kale.
And you got Arison right here.
And I'm Ismir, here to relieve the souls of SOE with merchandise from my pirate guild, The Unbound. Heading to SWGunbound.com and pressing the merchandise button will allow you to buy lots of great... Not the right time, huh?
No. And coming to you straight from the only server worth playing on and the only game worth playing, you're watching the Sunrunner Signal. We're pleased and proud today to bring you the Star Wars Galaxy's 2007 Year in Review. This has arguably been one of the most intensely positive years for SWG, hasn't it?
Absolutely. All the combat professions have been given their expertise revamped, and the first major patch of the year, Chapter 5, An Entertaining Enterprise, landed in mid-February to bring expertise lines to all 4 trader professions and entertainers. The entertainer expertise gave our dancers and musicians a rich custom buff system. For the first time, the customer was able to choose from an increase in character attributes, special combat abilities, even special bonuses for harvesters and each crafter.
Entertainers also gained a new line called Hot Cybers, which...
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
No, they already had that.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Anyway, as critical as the new entertainer buff system became, so did the system that came with trader expertise. For the first time, traders were able to use a special reverse engineering system for junk loot, which allowed them to create a new breed of skill-enhancing attachments.
But that wasn't all we got. The cries of players were answered with the revamped camp system, another product to give crafters a new market, where we not only received a variety of camp sizes and styles for all occasions, but also a variety of special modules for them. The most popular by far was the Shuttle Beacon module, which would allow players on the same planet to purchase a shuttle ticket to the camp, thus removing the need to make a long trip across the wilderness to join their friends.
Then in May, we saw Chapter 6, Masters of the Wild. Yet again, the cries of the player masses were answered and the old creature handler profession returned in the form of Beast Mastery.
Once again, with Beast Mastery, everyone got to be involved. Acquiring the enzymes for creating a pet had to be done by foraging in the wild and hunting down dangerous creatures. After that, a series of consumable processing items were required, and each trader profession had a unique part in providing each one of these.
But the special foraging system, which provided enzymes for pet crafting, also turned a new page in PvE content. Foraging in the wild would sometimes grant the player a mysterious data disk, containing the location of a very valuable hidden treasure.
And that's saying nothing about the Azure Cabal quests and the Rebel and Imperial theme parks.
The role-playing event-hosted communities were pleased in Chapter 6 to receive storyteller NPCs. This innovative new system allowed players to decorate the vast outdoor zones of their player cities and beyond to host special events, or just have a great laugh. Whatever the case, the storyteller system is one that, well, frankly, we don't know how we ever did without it.
Well, we just sort of used our imaginations, I guess.
Yeah? Well, I'm imagining that you've been replaced with hot and nubile dancing girls. How does that feel?
We saw the introduction of the Player Association Access device, a sort of remote control in your datapad to give you access to your guild.
That's right, Sony. For the first time, the losing side of a guild war could no longer be prevented from ending the guild war by their opponents camping outside their guild hall.
Drat! And then, November 1st, Chapter 7, A Collection of Heroes, brought some of the most intense and expansive PvE experiences to date, including a face-off against IG-88 in a rogue droid factory, a dark underground battle against Axva Min and her Night Sister elites, and an epic and unforgettable urban warfare clash against the Tusken King's forces in Mos Espa. Chapter 7 put the teamwork of our guilds to the test like never before.
All of that just scratches the surface of Chapter 7. The collection system was now in place. Many types of collections existed, from the simple wandering around and finding hidden items, to the hunting hundreds of difficult creatures. A lot of fun.
All that just covers the last year of patches to Star Wars Galaxy, only beginning to tell the story of where it's been and where it's going. During the past year, communication from the development and customer service teams to the player community has been second to none. Players enjoy the privilege of direct discussion with developers regarding upcoming changes, making the customer's views on how to improve the game a deciding factor.
The development team landed a decisive 1-2 punch in their stand against the destructive inflation posed by credit farming and selling services. First, restrictions were implemented to Star Wars Galaxy's trial accounts, specifically designed to limit the tactics of credit services but not hamper potential new players. Secondly, the Warden system was implemented, which granted trusted veteran players in good standing the ability to immediately silence any advertisers and fast-track the case to customer service. Nowadays, the credit farmers are all but extinct.
Over the course of these myriad updates, the combat system was left far from stagnant. Each chapter brought new and exciting changes to the way each class was played and improved the depth and flow of all combat involvement.
And we've left off this November with announcements for Chapter 8 dedicated to additional content for our pilots. With brand new collections, heroic encounters, and massive new player-controlled gunships geared towards crew-oriented team play, Chapter 8 promises to take the already successful Jump to Lightspeed subgame and greatly expand its fun and possibilities.
These changes, and countless more that have filled the update presentations of each chapter, and each patch in between, have ensured that Star Wars Galaxies has indeed secured its spot as a deeply immersive Star Wars online game with a bright and successful future.
Once again, on behalf of the Red Dragon Platoon, Sunrunner's Empire, and the only server worth playing on, we at the Sunrunner Signal would like to thank the Star Wars Galaxies community team and all of you at Sony Online Entertainment for having us along today. Congratulations and thank you for a game well done. I'm Durgan Kale. Keep logging in.
There's not even donuts on this table. With the camps in Chapter 6 such a rousing success, we are still awaiting the Marshmallows and S'mores edition. Foraging added a huge amount of depth and value to various player classes, but what an unfortunate animation.